My name is Gabriele Scharrer-Liska, and today I will present the rise of DeVill. I will tell you about the research on deserted medieval villages in eastern Austria, the Deserted Villages Archive, and the digital database DeVill. First of all, how did the Deserted Villages Archive come about? Fritz Felgenhauer, a prehistorian and professor at the University of Vienna, founded the Deserted Villages Archive in the early 1970s. Even then, Felgenhauer pursued the concept of a holistic view of settlement areas, as is common in landscape archaeology today. Earlier in the 1960s, he had met Heinrich Weigel, who was working on a Lower Austrian book of place names, dealing with the names of existing and abandoned villages. Weigel gave Felgenhauer his handwritten manuscripts and cartographic sketches, which formed the basis of the Deserted Villages Archive. Based on Weigel's manuscripts, Felgenhauer's research group created files for each site, including descriptions, cartographic sketches, written sources, and literature. Felgenhauer was also keen how to utilize the knowledge of lay archaeologists to locate abandoned villages. They were provided with questionnaires based on those of the British Medieval Settlement Research Group to document the sites. These questionnaires covered aspects such as the site location, the surrounding natural area, road networks, and field types. In 1981, Kurt Boers, a geographer who, like Felgenhauer, took a holistic approach to the subject, joined the research group. Graphic representations of the sites were of great importance to him. As a kind of prequel to the DeVill database, Boers published lists of abandoned villages and his sketches online in the 2000s. The archive, which currently contains information on around 3,000 sites, is not open to the public but can be visited by appointment. This situation led to the idea to digitize it and to make it freely available to researchers and the interested public. In 2022, it became clear that a suitable tool for presenting future digital copies already existed and could be easily adapted: the open source database software Open Atlas. A name for the digital database was quickly found: DeVill, for Deserted Villages. The various archival materials and data categories required various digitization and structuring processes, the latter of which was performed using Open Atlas. An overhead scanner was used to digitize documents and cartographic sketches. Typewritten documents were subjected to an OCR process to create searchable PDFs that are both machine and human readable. The archaeological surface finds were recorded using the laser-aided profiler, a device that combines a laser scanner with a photographic unit and allows rapid graphic documentation of archaeological finds. The cartographic site sketches mentioned before are quite accurate. Each sketch contains basic information from the cadastral map as well as site observations such as surface features, density of finds, and so on. Each sketch has also a scale bar and a north arrow. Using QGIS, these elements made it possible to georeference the sketches, which had previously been made transparent so that they could be displayed over different background maps. Some of them could be georeferenced very easily in a few steps. Some needed more processing, like the example shown here in the presentation. For abandoned villages, for which well-executed site sketches are available, digital terrain models of the immediate surroundings have been created using QGIS. These are intended to give a rough impression of the landscape and topographic situation of the former villages, as you can see on the screen. The archive data, respectively their digital copies, have been prepared according to the FAIR principles for SciDoc CRM. Wherever possible, controlled vocabularies such as geonames, the Getty Art and Architecture Thesaurus, and others have been used. In other cases, reference has been made to the printed literature. All terms used in DeVill are clearly defined in the vocabularies provided on the DeVill website with the URL you can see on the screen. The data and digital copies thereof are made available to the public under the Creative Commons license CC BY 4.0. You can search the DeVill website by clicking on the map to select the site, or you can search using the bar to define a certain period, or you can search by typing the name of the village. After selecting a village, you can browse through the various files associated with the site. Below, you can see the various files associated with the site, and yes, below you can see the bibliography and all the available files. For sites where archaeological finds are available, you can select the catalog, where you will see the individual finds with associated information such as type, date, pottery quality, dimensions, and so on. Using the map by selecting the All Locations checkbox, you can search for other abandoned villages near your selected site. So you can get an overview of a particular region and all its medieval and early modern villages. And as mentioned earlier, digital terrain models are available for a large number of sites. You can move them around and zoom in to get an idea of the site's surroundings. New data is constantly being added to the digital database DeVill. Just have a look. On behalf of the entire DeVill team, I would like to thank you for your attention.